P90 neck through. I went ahead, the body wings are out of the clamps now. I went ahead and sanded this area down some with my sander over there. Sander right there. So what I did is I just drew out where the pickups will probably go. This is where the bridge is going to go here. So now that gives me a clue. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to channel this side here. I'm just going to hog all this out here, and then making sure that once this pickup goes in, it'll be able to get into this channel for the wiring. So I won't have to worry about doing any cross cutting here into where the control cavity is going to be and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking this through as I'm talking here. So that's where it's going to go, and that way I don't have to do no channel here. I can just make an access here into this huge channel. Same here, so that all my wires go right through here, down and down, and that should work. And I think I'm not going to go. I was going to chamber this side, but I think I'm just going to leave it. It's not that heavy, as heavy as I thought it was going to be. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and leave this solid, and this will be the only wing that's going to have a chamber in it. And so the next step I'll be taking it over to my drill press using a Fastener bit and hogging all this wood out, and then I'll come back in with a router and clean it up and then glue the top on. And then once the top is on, then we'll router out for the pickups. There it is here. I've got it all drawn out here too. So I'll router out for the pickups after the top is glued on. And probably after everything's all said and done, I make my access to the control cavity on the back here. Then I'll probably have to do some routing on the top here to thin this down so that my pots can reach through. And we'll see what I do there. That it's either that or I'll wait and I'll drill the holes in the tops where I'm going to put the controls. And then on the inside of the cavity, I'll use a bit where I can round out for it on the back side, and the pots will fit down inside instead of routing out the top. And but those are a couple choices that I've done over the years. So anyway, that's where we're at right at this moment, and pressing on, and we'll see what happens. See you later. Well, there it is. The channel's all cut out, and this right in here, I'm sure that when I cut the control cavity cover, a lot of that's going to just disappear. But I went ahead and made some indentations here for the wires for the pickups. Even though I used my small router here, it's just not small enough to get in here and finish this up. So once the top's on, you're not going to see it anyway. And that's why I can only get this in the corner here, which will be fine, as long as I can get the wire down through here, and this wire through here, and then when the bridge goes on, I'll drill a hole through here, down into here for the ground, and then the jack plate will go in here somewhere. The input-output jack. Some people call it output, some people call it input, so I'll call it input-output. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Get ready to glue the top on, and I'll bring you back in a little while. Okay, here's the top, glued, clamped in anyway, glued and clamped. See the little holes there, them little glue spots? Those are from bug holes in the wood, and the glue seeping through it. So I guess that means I got good adhesion. But anyway, get that many clamps on there and the thing gets heavy quick. Well, there she is. I'll just let it set dry, and then I might come back out later on this afternoon, late this afternoon or early evening, and take the clamps off of it. I don't know, I may just let it sit all night. It's so nice out, I hate to go back in the house. But anyway, well, that's it for today, folks. And if I decide to take clamps off, I'll put an addition on this video and show you what it looks like with the clamps off. Not that you haven't already seen it, but I think my future plan is on this. I'm thinking about going ahead and doing a slight carved top on it. I'm not going to go real deep, just a little bit. I still got to cut the control cavity now on the back side, and on the lower wing there. But it's coming together pretty well, I think, and it'll be interesting to see how the neck carves and all that stuff. See how much of that chevron I have left when I get done carving. That was also another first I ever did. I never did where you added in wood here, and that made that chevron. I cut these at 35, and I kind of wish I would have done a 45, but it is what it is now, and it's too late to go back. Maybe sometime in the future, if I ever make another guitar with chevrons in it, I'll make them more pronounced and deeper into the neck. And that was my first time I ever did anything like that. So this whole guitar is an experiment. So I just wanted to see what I could do with different woods and see what I could create. And you don't always have to use the best of the best woods to make a guitar. I made too many of them to know better. And sometimes I think I wasted money buying high-end woods for electric guitars. And I have yet to make an acoustic. I'm still toying with the idea of making an acoustic guitar. But right now I just don't have the money to spend on it. So we'll see how this comes out. And like I said, I'm going to do a slight carved top, and you still need to carve out the back side here for the control cavity. I'll need the router out for the pickups, and once I get those routed out, then I'm thinking about going ahead and put that turquoise in here up to the pickups after they're routed. And just take it step at a time after this. See how far I get before it turns off freezing cold out here. And like I said, once it does that, then I have to close up shop and wait till spring before I can do anything else. That's why I'm trying to rush, not really rush it, I'm just trying to get it to a point where, so if it does turn off cold, at least this part of it's done. It can sit and wait until March or whatever, until the weather turns back around. And then I can come back out and finish it. I'm hoping to get the neck carved and all that before all that happens. And like it's been a nice day out again today, and so we got neighbors out here making noise. But that's part of having neighbors, I guess. Alrighty, talked on enough. Somebody always asks, how many clamps does it take to glue something down? Well, that many. I probably could have used a few more, but that's all I have. See, I took them all off my rack up here. That's where I keep most of them. I have some over here, but those are the big boys over there. And that's all the clamps I have. So other than I've got these that I use on acoustic guitars. See those? Those come in handy for a lot of things. I've also used them to glue on fretboards, and especially when you have to replace a fretboard or whatever. Those really come in handy for that stuff. And I'll bring you back in at some point, and I'll talk at you later.